Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. Oh yeah, moon in Cancer, sun in Capricorn. Um, Welcome to the full moon. 4 degrees. 4 degrees is a breakthrough degree, or a degree of belonging if you go by Christopher Witecki's Step Astrology. Should be fun. Of course, the full moon. Shout out to Constance. Let me see if I could. It's my sister's dog. That's what's up. The 180-degree angle between the sun and the moon is bringing a harvest from the 0-degree conjunction that activated at the end of Sagittarius, which, of course, ascended your perspective with the space rocket ship of your vision to blast off through your dream as a home and foundation for it, as we ride this arc into a new world as the floodwaters are rising, and Saturn in Pisces over the next year and a half is bringing about the end of the world as you know it. Congratulations. This is the first cardinal direction since the sun has gone direct, which now adds more meaning to this, given that this full moon, the sun will be sextiling Saturn, enabling you to sync and align this cardinal direction that in 2 weeks you're getting ready to activate. Hence, this officially is the road to the final boss battle, the final Sun, Pluto, Capricorn conflict that will break you through into the celestial arena of higher advanced knowledge, telepathy at a world level, and all sorts of awakening of textbook psychic abilities that have been awakened since 2008 but can be expressed through the mental channels of Aquarius. It's not going to be subtle anymore, basically. Be very mindful once again with this intensity of Pluto contacts, and of course, even Saturn and Neptune. This will continue to reveal people's true characters, true colors, what is really within people. And of course, insecure people need someone to feel better than. So I hope you've been monitoring how in the definition of your own authenticity, this has been polarizing directly and most importantly, indirectly, uncharacteristic reactions and emotions projected at you because it threatens the character or inner space of somebody else. And a lot of these people lie to themselves, so they're not going to rationalize, oh, this person's intimidating me, I'm going to project stuff on them. They're going to lie to themselves. They're going to give themselves and backwards rationalize reasons for why they're going to be acting as illogical and uncharacteristic as they will be. And this is where that Pluto opposition will bring a lot more intensity and extremity to such an opposition, because Cancer is your individual sincere feelings and Capricorn is the collective decision making of an entire community or collective. And this could of course feel like it's you against the world, because it is. But at least in terms of your authenticity and how you individually express your character, versus an entire world of other people who may be doing the same in their own way, regardless. Okay, so this harvest of power is an awakening of God power. It's a psychic understanding of how you are awakening this God power that you have been awakening since 2008 at the final level. And so as the moon in Cancer trines Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, this helps you understand the direction you're going to take this perspective of unseen metaphysical synchronicities and signs, and what forward direction you're going to move with it. And then the sextile to Uranus and Jupiter and Taurus is going to ground and make a lot more physical the feeling of this extra dimensional energy, unconsciously and subconsciously adding more to your intuition, adding more to insights that just seemingly come out of nowhere. It didn't come out of nowhere. You are just aligning more of the channels that strengthen this intuitive connection. And yeah, just keep that in mind, because it's going to be pretty, not bittersweet, but it's going to be really weird for some of you to understand why, in dealing with, the outside influences, 180-degree oppositions, it represent open enemies, outside influences. In this case, the courage to maintain your sincere convictions and feelings in the face of opposite opinions, especially if your opinion is unpopular. Don't be a bitch. Stand on it. That's about it. That's literally it. So what's really key here is, it's gonna feel weird why normally conflicts will demand a response, but like in many cases you have already established your authenticity from the beginning of many of these transits, and you stood on it and maintained it. So you're gonna find out, as we come into this next new moon, most of what you would have had to respond, you already did. It's gonna unveil and unpeel the layer of the meaning of the actions you have done. Imagine if someone was framing your actions a certain way, and now, because you didn't change it, they frame those actions a certain way to, with false narratives, delude the collective. And now, in an effort, they can't stop you from doing what you do, but if they can convince you to change doing what you do out of fear or shame, then, they basically made you change, and you didn't change. You didn't let other people guilting or shaming or potentially threatening stop you. And this is where now you're not doing anything different, but the meaning of your actions is now seen for what it truly is. And it's almost as if you already responded from the get-go. You didn't have to do anything. I wish I could say that so much better. But this is what this moon in Cancer understanding will most definitely facilitate, especially as it intensifies trining Venus and strengthens a lot of the quality relative to how much deeper you can intimately engage with others. Mind you, this Venus opposition is securing the way for much more innovative transformations of your wealth and your finances, that once it goes into Sagittarius, you will see. Okay, so yeah, you really just want to feel very deeply the most sincere place you can come from, and to get ready to understand how this will harvest. Stage 1 harvest is Moon Cancer. Stage 2 harvest transformation is Moon Leo, where we understand the strength and quality of passion and courage to strengthen this sincere feeling we are harvesting now, which is power, which is a power, by the way. And then the third stage harvest is the Moon in Virgo, which is going to produce the analysis and details of this power we're harvesting. And let's even explain this more. You activated a new ascended perspective. Normally, we'll activate at the beginning of the sign so that we harvest that perspective too. But that's not the program. We activated at the final level of Sagittarius, the complete perspective, and that is harvesting in the power that we apply that perspective to. How much deeper we're able to take actions of integrity, and how much more psychic we're able to connect with this collective power source. So what's awakening is a collective power source, like a water drain. But of course, the way you connect with this water sewage pipe and anyone else will depend on how they've built their own sinks and their own, of course, pipes. So with that being said, this is what's going to have you connect and create that. Be very mindful of the demons out here and those who are possessed. Don't allow people to really just get at you. And some of you may feel suffocated because you experience these metaphysical aspects and mechanics in ways that are not properly, you know what I'm saying, written about in journals or books, and it doesn't give you the ability to communicate it when there's nothing that has to be spoken, really. Just be mindful that whatever psychic attack you are experiencing, whatever projections to knock you off your sphere, is only happening because you're the threat. When you remember that anyone who is secure in themselves wouldn't really feel the need to feel threatened by you and do this, this helps you take your power back. Something that you're going to be doing all Capricorn season, as serendipitously, your maintenance of integrity will do more than anything you in your ego or pride can do, because there's nothing you have to do, because we already won, because we are already won. And that's why these sore losers are going to come out in the woodworks, just angry that despite everything that they've done and the fanfare to manipulate you, they only expose themselves, and we're not able to do even a little bit of that. And they feel salty and they feel mad. I'm not really speaking of anyone in particular. Once again, this is an oppositional dynamic. So a major part of this transit is feeling your own individual feelings versus an entire collective of perspectives, which is going to feel like you versus the world in it, but it doesn't have to. It can also feel like you connecting with people in the world who are aligned with your frequency and wavelength. Okay. This will prepare for the Aquarius season team building that will bring in a lot of the revolution with the new generation. So allow people to snitch on themselves. Allow people who have evil in their hearts and darkness in their hearts to do what they do best, project darkness. All right. You who don't deal with that in your heart, you don't have to worry about that. And as this harvests a very sincere psychic understanding of what you are unpacking and how this is going to awaken greater power, really pay attention to the trine to Neptune that will definitely guide you with synchronicities. And may I remind you to maintain your vision so that you're not out here complaining about what you don't want to experience. Just change what you see and stop lying to yourself that it's not that easy to create what it is you want. That is you creating what it is you want. You're creating that it's not easy for you to create what you want. And it's literally that simple. All right. Don't let science or religion nerf you from your own imagination, which is literally all you need moving forward, your soul and your creativity. Okay. You will, with this Pluto opposition, sense the extreme depths of almost insanity from those who really seek to manipulate you. But outside of that, this is going to be a very empowering and powerful transit. It's going to be very rewarding because you put in that work over the first 2 weeks to activate the Sag perspective and integrate it. And so it's time for you to come into a deeper psychic understanding of everything you can do. This is you at the God level, expressing this directive power, which is as simply as just commanding the universe. This is how you begin to command the universe what it is you want to create. You've activated Aries, you've activated Cancer, you've activated Libra, and in 2 weeks we're going to activate Capricorn. Final boss. Let's go. You guys stay blessed as always. Please remember, I still do have my 30% off sale on my website. This is the last week it'll be up, so the 31st is done. Please take advantage. I also still do have $40 readings on my Hypsee, HYPSEE, alright.com. It's in the link below, or the snip feed if you're watching on Instagram, for those of you who just want a quick tarot reading or for me to answer a question. So holla at me, you know I got y'all. And moving forward, we're getting ready to step into a much more powerful version of ourselves that really ties into the earliest parts of your ancestry with you in mind, of the future to them, which is your present right now. And this is going to have you continue to really make obsolete everything that has been studied inconclusively through theoretical scientific models for quite much centuries, and, you know, diluted by the dark ages of religion. You're the revolution. Don't ever forget that. Peace.